Hey, it's Mike from LiveMyAssOff.com. So why am I showing you this? Because I pulled up to Katy's Cafe down here, and I gotta tell you, this has to be the safest place in all of California right now. These guys, I think they're probably over in Katy's, but this is just pretty amazing, right? There's like 4 of them here. So that's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna go into the safest coffee shop ever, or at least near where it's the safest ever, and get my Vietnamese latte and cruise down to the beach and share a little bit about the weekend. The weather is absolutely perfect right now. And hopefully where you are, you can say the same thing. So I'll talk to you soon. Ciao. And a little bit of coffee later, by contrast, are we now in the unsafest part? Although honestly, I think this is all the protection I need. This guy seems like he's got us. Yeah, I think I feel good. So, a little further along, I saw this, and I've seen this many times. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but this is basically one of these like publicly available webcams, and you can control where this is pointing. Traditionally, it's one of those deals where like you sit in the queue, like there's a website. I'm gonna see if I can find this and put it below, because it's really cool, because my experience with these is that you go to a website and then for like 10 seconds you get to be the one who controls the camera, which is pretty cool. I actually never thought about that before I've come down here and hung out. So we're gonna go for a walk on the beach. You know, what I really love about people is when they take the time to take care of your surroundings. Check this out. That's simply one of those deals where people get together and do a beach cleanup kind of thing. And you know, it's funny too, because here in Imperial Beach as well as Coronado, the beaches are pretty darn clean. So honestly, I think it ends up being more of sort of a social thing, just a gathering. And at the same time, you're doing good, right? So greetings, it's Mike from LiveMyAssOff.com, and I'm here in Imperial Beach. And I just thought I'd go for a little bit of a walk. I wanted to share a little bit about what I'm trying to do. And what I'm trying to do is get a Schengen Visa for Gracie. Gracie's a Filipino citizen, and her passport allows her to go to many places in Southeast Asia, so that's great. And it's not one of those scenarios where I have a girlfriend in the Philippines and, you know, she wants a green card. Honestly, I think one of the last things she wants to do is live here in the United States. She does want to come and meet my parents, which I think is awesome. But we tried the whole apply for a US tourist visa, and it's difficult. But in the fall, I usually go to a conference in Barcelona. And so what I want to do is we want to get her a Schengen visa, basically, so she can go to Spain. But then also as part of that, what I've discovered is with a Schengen visa, it's then quite, I don't know if it's just like academically easy where you just, you know, pay the money and check the boxes, but from my research, it tells me that then getting a Mexican tourist visa is quite rudimentary. And so if that's the case, that'll be great, because if she can come to Mexico, well, I mean, I can literally get to Mexico by just walking over there. I'm not saying that I would recommend she get an apartment in Tijuana, but certainly Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, Cabo San Lucas, La Paz, all that stuff is like really easy to get to from San Diego. And in fact, as of about 2 weeks ago, Southwest Airlines has a direct non-stop flight I think almost every day of the week. San Diego to Cabo San Lucas. Now, arguably, Cabo San Lucas has sort of been Americanized or touristized, or however you want to describe it. And areas of Puerto Vallarta for sure. I do not have personal experience at Mazatlan or Acapulco, but my experience with Puerto Vallarta is that the nice thing is that like right near the airport in the Marina District, there's like the Westin and the I think there's a Marriott property or something like. Well, certainly there's a Starwood property, right? And I sort of refer to that as Gringo Gulch. And I immediately take a taxi past that and go into Old Vallarta or the Romantic Zone. And the funny thing about that is if you've never been there and you hear some white guy say, oh, I'm going to the Romantic Zone in some Mexican village, then you're like, oh, clearly you're going there for the girls. And it's kind of funny because the Romantic Zone is, it's got some awesome older buildings, and it's great. And one of the things that I actually appreciate is the fact that, for the most part, for me to be successful getting around via taxis, I need to be able to speak Spanish, and so it forces me to speak Spanish, which is awesome. But in any case, it's very Mexican, which is great. The food is awesome. For sure, they have some, tourist-type restaurants and nightclubs like right on the beach, right on the Malecón, right on the water, like literally like right here, if you were to like have a sidewalk. But it's great. It's very relaxing and it's chill, depending upon the time of year. If you're down there during a Mexican holiday, it can kind of get intense. And, much like most capitalism, supply and demand, right? So if it's a real big tourist holiday weekend, for example, the price of the rooms is a little excessive. But I've been great. I've had great luck with Agoda, as well as Airbnb, with some like cute little like apartments and stuff down there. So anyway, so that's Puerto Vallarta. And it only takes about 2 hours to get there it takes about 2.5 hours to get there actually from Orange County. From SNA, and then from San Diego, I don't believe there is a direct flight at Alaska Airlines. There might be another airline that goes there, maybe Spirit, I don't know. But I know that Alaska does a direct flight, nonstop. And so that could be a really cool alternative, because there's quite an expat community in Puerto Vallarta. And so, while I'm sure it would be quite easy for Gracie to pick up Spanish down there, she'd also have the ability to speak in English with many people. So that's another option. Because if you don't know, what we've transitioned into is her basically earning a living working online. And we're doing that via Lazada affiliate links for pretty much fashion. She's got I'll put a link to it, she's got a page on YouTube. She's got a page on Facebook called Philippine Fashion Wear, and the neat thing about that is that she's always posting great deals on fashion. And the nice thing about that is that she gets to share with her friends that she might not normally share with some great deals that she sees on fashion that you can get delivered to your house. And as I mentioned before, one of the things that is slowly creeping into the Philippines, but nonetheless increasing in popularity, is buying things online. And so we've decided to basically partner with Lazada because they're a great company, and they have affiliate programs in most countries in Southeast Asia. So our site, if you care to go to it, is laz.ph, laz.ph. Go there, download the app, and that'll be good. But the point is that once you have a laptop and internet connection, you can do basically your life online. And so Gracie's been able to do that, and we're trying to figure out how to advertise better and to get in front of more people and that sort of thing, right? Because it is it's a global infrastructure, so anyone with an internet connection can get to it, but getting them there is the challenge, right? So anyway, so as I walk down here near Mexico, naturally one of the things that's in my mind is how does Gracie get to Mexico? And it seems like the easiest way to do it is to have a U.S. passport. But that's not trivial. or a US visa. But the Schengen Visa will be an exciting thing that we're going to try and check out. I don't believe the costs are any more than trying to get any other visa for any country, really. It's just preparing the paperwork and then basically proving to the Embassy of Spain or the Embassy of Estonia that look, we're going to go there, we're going to be tourists, and then we're going to leave. So that should be pretty easy, because I go to Spain every year in the fall, briefly, really, for a conference, and I also have, you know, experience and proof that I went there last year, and then immediately following, I actually went to the Philippines. So it's not like this is a trip that is new, really, to us. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that. If you have any experience with the Schengen Visa process, know anyone that does, or have applied at one of the 26, I believe, countries in the Schengen region, would love to hear your input. And with that, it's Mike's from LiveMyAssOff.com saying I hope you're living the dream, because if you're not living the dream, you are not hanging out at the beach when it's 80 degrees outside. Ciao.